Once upon a time, in a far-off land, there lived a poor woodcutter and his wife, and his two bairns, called Hansel and Gretel. They were so poor that there was naught to eat but a crust of bread now and then, and the stepmother, for she was no true mother, grumbled day and night. One night, when the moon was high and the children lay abed, the woman said to her husband, "We've no bread for the morrow, and 4 mouths be 3 too many. Come dawn, we'll take the little ones deep into the forest, give them each a morsel, light a fire, and leave them there. The wild beasts or the good Lord will see to them." The woodcutter's heart was heavy, but he durst not gainsay her. Yet Hansel had heard every word through the thin wall. When the house was asleep, he slipped out like a mouse, and by the moonlight he gathered bright white pebbles till his pockets bulged. At break of day the woman woke them. "Up, lazy bones, we're off to the wood for faggots." She gave each child a small hunk of bread, no bigger than a wren's egg. As they went, Hansel lagged behind and dropped the shining pebbles one by one along the path. Deep, deep into the forest they went, till the trees grew so thick the sun could scarce peep through. There the parents kindled a fire and said, "Sit ye here, children, and rest. We go to cut wood. When we're done, we'll fetch thee." And off they stole away. Hansel and Gretel sat by the fire till the flames sank low and night fell black as pitch. Gretel wept bitter tears, but Hansel took her hand. "Wait till the moon rises, sister." When the moon came up, lo, every pebble gleamed like new minted silver. They followed the shining trail safe home, and at cock-crow they knocked upon the door. The stepmother cursed when she saw them, but the father's heart leapt for joy. Alas, famine grew worse. Again the cruel woman nagged till the woodcutter agreed a second time. But this time Hansel could gather no pebbles, for the door was bolted fast. So he crumbled his morsel of bread and dropped the crumbs behind him as they walked. Again they were left in the wild wood with empty words. "Stay here, we'll soon return." Again they waited till dark, but when they sought the path, the crumbs were gone. Birds of the forest had eaten every one. 3 days they wandered, hungry and lost, till on the 3rd morn they came upon a strange sight. A little house built all of gingerbread, with barley sugar windows and a roof of cake. The door was chocolate, and the fence marchpane. "Oh, Hansel," cried Gretel, "we shall eat and never be hungry again." Hansel broke off a piece of the roof, and Gretel nibbled a window pane when, creak, the door opened, and out hobbled an old woman leaning on a crutch. "Pretty children," crooned she in a sugary voice, "come in and rest. I'll give thee good meat and soft beds." She seemed kind, so they went in, but no sooner were they inside than the old witch, for witch she was, popped Hansel into an iron cage and bolted it fast. "Thou shalt be fattened," she cackled to Hansel, "and when thou art plumped as a Michaelmas goose, I'll cook and eat thee." Every day she fed him on sugar and almonds, and every day she made Gretel cook rich dishes for her brother. But the witch was near blind. When she wished to feel if Hansel grew fat, she bade him stick out his finger through the bars. Clever Hansel held out a chicken bone instead, and the old witch grumbled, "Still naught but skin and bone." So weeks passed. At last the witch lost patience. "Fat or lean," she snarled, "tomorrow he shall be cooked. Gretel, go heat the oven good and hot." Gretel wept, but the witch threatened to eat her too if she did not obey. When the oven roared red, the witch said, "Creep in, child, and see if it be hot enough to bake the bread." But Gretel guessed her wicked intent. "I know not how," said she. "Show me first, good mother." "Foolish goose," cried the witch. "See, the opening is wide enough. Even I can crawl in." And she thrust her ugly head into the oven. Quick as lightning, Gretel gave her a mighty shove from behind. In went the witch, head, shoulders, and all. How the old hag howled, but the flames did their work, and soon all was still. Then Gretel ran and freed her brother. Together they ransacked the witch's house and filled their pockets with pearls and precious stones till they could carry no more. They found the door and ran into the forest. After many days, guided by the good Lord, for they knew not the way, they saw their father's cottage. The stepmother had died of the famine, and the woodcutter had mourned his children sore. When he beheld them alive and laden with riches, he wept for joy. And from that day forth they all lived happy and prosperous, and never again was there hunger by that hearth. And if they be not dead, they live there still.
And so, Hansel and Gretel returned home with treasure in their pockets and courage in their hearts, living happily ever after with their loving father. Thanks for watching this classic fairy tale retold in Pixar style. If you enjoyed it, please like the video, comment your favorite scene, and subscribe for more animated stories. See you next time.